Hello everyone, Draken Watson, and I'm back with a video it's actually starting out the way I was not completely expecting to. Originally I was gonna, just go into right onto Microsoft and their possibly what we can see from the E3 from them at their conference, but when I was doing some digging up and looking around, getting prepared for this video, I actually found out and noticed that they released a Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer for the Remind DLC. That was actually unexpected, and I ended up watching it, and they showed some things that were actually pretty cool. So I want to talk about that right quick, right before I get into the main part of this video. And it does, so spoiler warning, it does actually, most of the trailer takes place or shows things that happen towards the end of the game, the little final battle that they have. So it's just a little bit of a spoiler warning. So if you want to just not be spoiled and kind of stay away from there if you haven't quite finished the game you haven't played, just a little bit of a warning. I will see about trying to put somewhere in there to where you can kind of skip ahead a little bit. But so guys, if you want to skip ahead to about the 4-minute mark, that's about where I stopped talking about the trailer they released in the kind of spoilers at the end. I did actually talk a little bit more than what I wanted to on the topic, but that's about how it goes, I suppose, sometimes. So there you go. Anyways, let's get right into it. First thing that, they really show, which seemed pretty cool, was they end up showing young Xehanort talking to, I do believe, the Master of Masters, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's, probably was him. Sorry about that. And they have like a little conversation about, what, I guess, something that young Xehanort had found out and sort of I guess it could be a little hint of, what could be taking place in, I guess, his role of what's kind of shaping up what's going to happen in the future, kind of future games and whatnot in general. But they showed, it was just like a little clip, little mini conversation that they had showed. So that seems interesting and maybe kind of hinting at, what they're maybe going towards, with the future Kingdom Hearts, and hinting at kind of what the others could be about and where direction it's going to be moving forward. But another thing that it was really cool is they actually showed you're able to play as Riku, Aqua, and Roxas. And it looks like they're playable during their actual perspective kind of spots and certain, I guess, fights during the final battle. And you can see them, you can actually play as them, during that certain part of the game. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I mean, it's not too surprising. We have seen something like that in the older Kingdom Hearts, like, say Kingdom Hearts 2, there was one part, and it's a major spoiler, you actually play as Riku at the very end of it, and at the very beginning of it, you played as Roxas. So it was still pretty cool to see something like that, be interesting to kind of get their general perspective. I don't know if it could be just a mode or just something they kind of decided they want to expand upon during the final battle. So we do get to see a little bit of that. Another thing we do see is they actually brought the Oathkeeper back. So that's pretty cool. It's, honestly one of my favorite Keyblades. One that I've always enjoyed. It just looks cool, and I just enjoyed just the idea and the fact behind it there. So that was also pretty neat to see. That's about it, really, for the trailer. They did say it's going to be coming in the winter of this year, so hopefully we'll get some more details either at the Square Enix conference, and I just put it out there, say maybe the Microsoft conference. I somewhat doubt that. Hopefully they're mainly going to they're saving that for their own conference and saving the bits of information we're going to get from them at that one instead. So anyways, moving on to what I did want to originally talk about was the actual Microsoft conference itself. They have teased some things. They've also already announced some little things that they're going to have at the conference and talk about. One thing I want to go over first is some of the leaks that happened a day or two ago, with the Bandai Namco leaks that they had. And I'm not going to spoil them or anything like that, but it would be interesting and nice to see those on the Microsoft stage. It would be pretty cool if they ended up showing those there, because Microsoft has been making a little bit more of a push, having some more JRPGs on their console. And it would be nice to see, one or two, if not all of them, on their stage, just showing it in some kind of fashion. And other than that, we may see something about, or actually we're probably going to see about Gears of War 5. There's either going to be a trailer or gameplay or possibly both. Something like that in there. You could also see Halo Infinite. We're possibly expecting something from that game, and something that they've kind of been a little bit slightly quiet on. They did give some hints about kind of the directions they're going for it, so maybe we'll at least see some kind of either trailer or a little bit of snippet of gameplay. I don't know if they're ready to show gameplay for that just yet, but it would be nice to see something like that being shown on the stage. Other than that, they did say that there are going to be 14 exclusives that they are going to have at E3. So hopefully each one will get some stage time. They show off kind of what they're planning on and show off what the different studios are actually that they acquired or working on. So hopefully they'll maybe talk about that a little bit more, show off some of those. Another thing it's definitely be expecting is the Game Pass on the PC. They did announce that a few days to a week or so ago, and we're probably expecting to see at least some details of what different games and publishers that they have, and possibly the pricing, see how much it's going to be, since it's going to be a little bit, seems like it's going to be separate from your actual regular Game Pass on the actual Xbox One right now. So we'll see how that ends up going. I wouldn't be surprised if they also end up talking a little bit about the next generation consoles. They tend to, or at least in the past like E3s when they were first announced, say this called Project Scorpio, which would end up being the Xbox One X. They also announced the Xbox One S at the same time, so it wouldn't be surprising if they kind of show a little bit more of what they're, or not really show, but talk a little bit more of what they're kind of planning on in the future with the next generation consoles, or some of the other things they have being planned from that there. Other than that, we may possibly see something about Project xCloud. I honestly don't know too much about that myself, so I'm not really sure what we could be expecting from it. But it would be nice to see something from like a collaboration or something from Nintendo on stage. That's somewhat a little bit doubtful, but I mean, they have been kind of definitely been trying to work together here recently with a lot of their, say, like working together, being cross-play, and then hopefully you see something about something else about them working together a little bit more, having some kind of little collaboration or something that they end up wanting to show off on the stage, or something that's like, more about cross-play or something something along those lines, I guess you could say. But that's about it pretty much that I have for now. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hit the like button if you did like the video. If not, then that's perfectly okay. Possibly check out some of my other videos and subscribe from there if you do enjoy some of those. But that's all. I hope everybody has a blessed evening, has a blessed day, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.